Okay, so I made the other eye so that you can see what you're doing. But like I said before, try and do each piece of the eye one at a time, so that, or do one and then do the other, alternate them, so that you have better symmetry. But I wanted to show you what the completed eye will look like. Okay, so we'll get started on this eye. So take your black, and just give you a teensy little bit because you don't need very much at all. So roll your little black up into a little tiny ball. Place it exactly like you did with the gray, using your fine needle, your number 40, the one with the tape. Okay. Now you should have a little bit of black left, and now use that and we're going to outline the eye. This just makes the eye pop out a little bit. So I just rolled it, or sorry, I'll start again. I just kind of spun it much like we did with the outside of the eye and the brow. It's just a tiny little thread, like that. It's going to go right in the corner of the eye, and you're just going to follow the outline, follow the eye around, and we're actually going to bring it up and around the eye, like that. So just making sure that it gets nice and tucked in there. You won't really see it, but it does give it a little bit of shape. Okay. I'm just checking to see if mine matches on this side, whereas this side here I did a little thicker, so I'm just going to poke that a bit so it gets a bit thinner. Okay, so now we have our outlined eye, and I'm just tweaking the shape a little bit. We have the outlined eye, and now and the pupil. And now we're going to take that little tiny bit of white that you had put aside, and we're going to roll it in a tiny little ball. I like mine to be pretty small, not too big. This is just going to be the little light spark in the eye. Okay, so just right on the top of the pupil with your number 40, your fine needle. And you're just gonna, don't poke too hard because you'll change the shape of your eye. And you don't want it to get absorbed because it is a tiny little piece of wool. You don't want it to get absorbed into the eye. You just want it to sort of sit on the top. Okay, so then there you have it. You have your eyes. Okay, so just doing a little tweaking, kind of do that as I go along, and then I'm going to, for the next video, we're going to make the beak.